Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here. Looks like you guys showed up early today. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And today we're talking about Zebec or Zebec. I gotta get that Zebec uh merch, the hat or something. Looks weird having any Zebec on. But either way, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on this Thursday, which is Friday Eve, the day before um, Independence Day, the day before the 4th of July. See what's going on in the comments. BTM Crypto News Network, XRP Army, smash the like and subscribe. Silver Baby, Silver Dolls in the house. And I tried to add you as a moderator, Silver, but I didn't see your name doesn't come up. Who is this? Crypto Clay sent me a YouTube link. I was able to add his, and I think I added Hall's balls, but it was Hall's space balls. So I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Although I did realize there's a song, Hales Balls. So Hales Bales. So I don't know if that's where Hall's Balls came from or how you found that, but no worries. What up, BTM fam? Happy birthday, America. And happy birthday to my heterosexual life mate, Crypto Clay. Let's go. Yeah, I added Crypto Clay. He sent me an email with his uh what is that? YouTube channel. So I think I added him as a moderator. So let me know if you guys are added as a moderator. I added who's that? I added Yazim and Hall's Balls, I think. Let me know if you can see it. Happy birthday, Crypto Clay, when he logs in. We'll check that. I love, bro. What up, DR? Silver Days. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm tripping. Silver Days is my YouTube handle. Not added. I would like to be blue. I'll send you my. Okay. Let me make a note of this real quick. So it is Silver Days. Oh, that might be why I didn't add at 420 a YouTube handle. Okay, we'll give that a try. Not added. I would like to be Silver Days 45. Send you email. Not 420 anymore. Okay. Happy 4th of July, fam. Rashad, where you been, bro? Been a while. Uh, Missed you for a couple of days here. Let me see, check something real quick. Let's see here. You said it was. Let's see if I can find this real quick. What is it? Silver Days. That's weird. That's weird. Silver Days. Yeah, the XRP one does not come up. You understand why this doesn't work? That's weird. That is weird. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Hmm. Uh, maybe it's the hyphen. It's weird. Uh, Silver Days. Am I doing this right? Silver Days. Hyphen. Can't be case sensitive. I guess we'll look at that later. It's just driving me crazy. What up, Rashad? Thanks for the super chat. Uh, dang it. You said you sent it to me. Okay, so we'll go back to where are we? Coming back to the okay. So back to business. Thanks for the super chat. Rashad, send you an email. Get you an email. Zebec is going to fly high, best believe. Okay, let me just triple check something real quick. Like, uh, just closing out some browser stuff I was looking at earlier. Okay, there we go. It's weird. Let me see if we can add this and we'll get back to the video. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of FUD happening lately with Zebec. And I'm not sure where all the FUD is coming from. Found you. Okay, found you. So just have to get silver days. Not sure why it's not working. But yeah, just send me an email of that YouTube uh handle if you get a chance. So yeah, let's get back to it. I bought the dip this morning, just a few bags of Zebec. And you're right, I've been buying a dip too. I bought some this morning and I kind of sell what I have to Bitcoin, wait for a while and buy it back. And the weird thing is it increases my uh token count and it also brings down my average. I wouldn't recommend it because most of the time this doesn't work, right? Most of the time I'll do it and I'll get in pretty much where I started at or higher. So I would not recommend doing that uh, because most of the time it doesn't work because the investment doesn't stay down too long. For some reason, it doesn't bring my average down, which I haven't quite figured out. Trying to figure out how to bring the average down. Bought 200K more this morning. Now I'm holding a Milwan ZBEC average at 0.37. If it dives below 0.03, I will buy some more. I just got a notification that I'm a mod now. Okay. Yeah, no, I saw your email. So I just added it real quick. So it's working good. Yeah, I'm waiting for more opportunities to buy some more because dollar cost average is the way to go. Yeah, I'm trying to bring my average down, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm working or if I'm even doing it right, but I'm trying to figure out a strategy to buy the dip and try to bring the average down. So it's just a matter of time. I figured out or figure out a way to do it. Let me know in the comments as well. Let's turn on the spotlight. I am holding on. What up, Richard? Let me see here. Let's start the spotlight. Uh, there we go. So make sure you sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network. And for the video, why Zebec ZBCN is the most underrated altcoin. So first off, Solana Venture backed Zebec, right? They're one of the main supporters into the Zebec network. And with Solana Ventures backing them, Solana's a big boy, right? Solana's one of the biggest exchanges. So there's no reason that Solana would have to buy anything that they didn't feel was the best of the best, right? They already have other things on their network. So they didn't technically need to take a chance on anything they knew wouldn't make money, right? Why would they back it if they had fears about it, or if they were uncertain, or by any means possible, would it not uh, make money for it, right? They had the time to research. They were able to talk with the company, and they knew it would be a good buying opportunity, right? So let me know what you guys think about that as well. Uh, Trying to see if I can make this quick purchase. And let me see. Almost pulled the trigger on more Zebec this morning, but I'm holding. Think we might dip down again before we go back up. You might be right there as well. I'm gonna wait to see why my average isn't freaking coming down. This is crazy. Um, I believe I have passed that. What amount of Zebec will make you a whale? That's a good question, actually. But let's go to Twitter, and then we'll come back to the Zebec being the most underrated altcoin. So you can see here, might get some battle scars on the way, but we are Zebec for life. And then they get a Zebec for life tattoo, like right here, like Zebec for life. I'm joking. Um, Hold strong. Whales are starting to eat the dip. Whales know what you hold. Do you know what you hold? Let's freaking go. Zebec. ZBCN. Zebec. Know what you hold. Zebec accepted at Ripple Bank. Stream your funds instantly. A reality in the making. Let's freaking go. Zebec and Ripple XRP. First off, an incredible week at Ethereum conference in Cairns. We're bringing the momentum home. Join us next week for Spaces as we share updates on our roadmap and the upcoming super app. Big things ahead for H2 2025. How crazy is that? I'm bullish on XRP as I am on Zebec. At some point, I think XRP and Zebec are probably gonna Zebec are probably going to partnership or merge or join forces. It's only a matter of time. 70% of first ZBCN goals have been reached. BCAN the entire way. Some moves I make may be risky, but 90% will be well placed. ZBCN is the play of all plays, zero emotion, 100% discipline. I shall see you at the party when the time comes. Know what you hold. No word from HQ. There's not silence, that's focus. Zebec, while others chase noise, Zebec holds in silence. And when you speak again, it won't be with words, it'll be with volume, velocity, and real world movement. This isn't a meme coin, it's an infrastructure. This is the rails for streaming money. And when the switch flips, the burn begins. Sit tight, stay sharp. Something's telling me the next announcement leads to 0, 1. I think so too. I think something big is brewing, right? This is literally the quiet before the storm. As the ZB will hit 0025, then rocket back up. I believe that too. Same for Sean. I'm just bullish on both. I'm going to buy if the price goes under 003 nonstop because I understand value. It does make sense. I'm holding out for that next dip. And then we're going to jump in as well. I'm just going to hold out to see if it does go back down today, or if it drops back below that 001. Wait, 0031. 003. You're right, below 003. I'm tripping. Yes, indeed, my brother. So this is happened on the Martin Lucas show this morning. Discussed Zebec hopped on, my bad, and tried to make sense of FUD. Zebec to the moon,
Hey,
looking
65%
for the next
bought in at 0.0.
So I watched this video,
Bought
but
in at
it actually cut out too early, which is
0.0008. So
weird.
I'm
Might have to go check out the whole thing. I thought it was pretty funny. What this guy, like, who is this guy? Why is he sitting on the couch just chilling? Right?
up pretty good right now.
Great. Congratulations. I'm really pleased for you. When you make
Again, it pumped substantially last month. There's no collapse.
Did you
The
take any
50%
profit? Did you
dip.
take any profit?
Hey, XRP took a 65% dip from their first.
Did you take
all-time
any
high.
profit when it pumped up?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm DCAing on the way down
If
too.
if the community hates me because it's gone down, apparently because of me, how about great because it went up when we started promoting it? Do I get thanks for that? You took profit.
No, you hopped on the boat as soon after it started pumping.
Okay, fair enough. That's not true, but I'll let you have.
So that's a good question too. I don't remember him talking about it before the pump. Do you? Let me know in the comments with a put a I don't know the blue devil, the purple devil in the heart. If you remember him talking about Zebec before the pump, I don't remember that many people talking about it before it started pumping crazy. I'll have to go back and check and see, but I don't know 100%. Thank you for posting the show, Facade. Zebec, let's get rocking. Okay. Let's keep it moving. So let me get back to this video.
That is true.
All right.
That is true.
You just said all I do.
He didn't buy anything. He didn't buy anything. How did he hop on the boat? He
Yeah.
didn't buy
How can
anything.
I? Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he hopped on the ZBCN train after it pumped.
Hang on.
He was helping. He was trying to help. He was trying to help his audience, and
And he was very helpful. He was letting his audience know about ZBCN, and then he flip flopped.
Yeah, I
he
changed
didn't
my mind.
flip-flop. He gave it. Hey, to me, the way I look at it is, he gave his opinion first. He thought it was a good deal, but then he come back and gave his opinion again that, hey, I don't like this. So he can't stay in it and just keep telling us listeners like me and you.
There's a difference between saying I simply don't like the company and then getting on your YouTube account's X page and on LiveStream to however many thousands and saying, hey, management here is garbage. They lack transparency.
All right, okay. Do you realize?
And then not giving actual examples of what happened.
Chandler, do you realize? I just want to say this.
Yeah, because it's weird. It cut off too early, right? I would like to at least have 5, 6 more minutes of that, but whatever. Again, they are prepping us for something huge. Why only on Solana? Update Cointelegram, right? We need to start checking Cointelegram because they were actually at the meeting. So whatever the announcement was, I will bet you tokens, but I don't really want to take your tokens, but I would bet you when we do blow up, I will bet you guys a really nice box of Cubans. Telegram is going to break whatever the news is, right? That would be A, why they were there, and B, what they wanted to tell them. They probably were trying to judge how they reacted to it. And this guy Martin was probably like, I want to break it. And they're like, we're already under contract with Telegram, and this guy probably lost it. Either way, this saying that Circle is on the Solana chain, right, with USDC, and they're minting another 250 million. Let me know if I'm looking at this right. Right? Does this make sense? Is this what's happening? Can you see it? It looks like 5 hours ago, yesterday, uh, meant to Circle for 250 million USDC, right? If I'm looking at this right. This is an overview balance. Another 250 Milwan USDC minted on Solana shows growing confidence in the chain, speed, and cost efficiency. Circle moves reinforce Solana's role as a serious player in real-time, high-volume stablecoin transactions. And recent of minting 250 million USDC on Solana by Circle underscores a dynamic capabilities of blockchain technology and providing scalable and efficient financial solutions. 200 million in fresh fuel. Circle's minting more USDC due to demand from traders, settlements in DeFi, and institutions across the multi-chain. Gronk, was this mean? Did Gronk answer you? It's weird. I guess not. And hope I didn't lose my. Okay. Stable growth needs reliable infrastructure. Good to see stablecoin liquidity expanding across the chain. Whales are getting ready to buy. Strong USDC growth on Solana shows trust in stablecoins and blockchain innovation. USDT and Solana is the fuel in the tank. Now let's see what gets built. Typically indicates a positive response to Solana's ecosystem liquidity and user demand. So we'll keep an eye
Not
on
in at 0.00.
Telegram. Actually, we'll check Telegram while we're talking about them. See if there is any information. Just in 1 billion of USDT just minted. Oh wow. These guys are going crazy over there. What is going on? Okay. Let me go back to the BTM main page. So we were Telegram. So just be patient, fam. Our news is coming. This is another one from Cans, Ethereum CC with our friends at Zebec HQ. Good vibes, great convo, and even better people. A chill gathering where we shared partnerships, next steps, talk real world assets, and connected with builders who believe in growing. The dip is beautiful. Take advantage. ZBCN, never been so early to the project. I am 1,000% certain ZBTN is gearing to hit one. This is truly a buying. Live markets, ZBCN is trading around 309, down 0.9% range of the 003 and the 0034. Cap 273 with 5 billion tokens circulating, 100 billion. And she's zero down 9.9, 9.55. Where Zebec momentum is coming, fresh off the Ethereum, CC, and cans. We're bringing the momentum home. Join us next week for Spaces as we share updates on our roadmap and upcoming super app. Good things ahead for H2 2025. Updates on our roadmap and the upcoming super app. What is this super app? Roadmap and super app? What is this? Wednesday at 11 Eastern. Set the reminder. I definitely want to pop in on that one. Okay. Back to the chat. After the 4th is when crypto is going to pump super hard. And I believe Zebec will be the leader. Best believe. For me, Zebec is a long hold because I believe in the project. Definitely a long hold. Zebec's going to surprise us all. It's going to be bigger than we expect. I hope so. Julian, what up? Yazim, I see that you got the moderator piece added, which is cool. And let me know if that's working for you. Zebec is holding the 003 nicely. It is, right? It's been bouncing up and down, but I was trying to see if it was going to bounce below the 003, and it did not. So I don't know what's going on. Keep it moving. To all my millionaires and billionaires, just keep the faith. Let me go back. Sorry about keep the faith. Zebec is the future of finance. Zebec 20. What app is that? That's weird. My app doesn't do that. What is that? Can't even tell. But yeah, my app doesn't do the little 2, 3, right? Official site. Discover. I don't know what app that is. I'm 1,000% certain Zebec's gearing up to hit the 0.01. This is truly a buying opportunity. Zebec built their bag mode. Just pay attention to BTC at 125. Keep loading up your bags. Zebec, what is this? ZBCN drops aligns with the cooling off phase after a parabolic rally, right? Amplified by a broader capital rotation into Bitcoin, of course. Traders are watching the 003 Fibonacci zone for potential reversal signals. Will Zebec upcoming compliance initiative under MICA reunite institutional demand? Coin market cap AI can make mistakes, not financial advice. Thank you. Zebec. Most likely we're going to drop some this weekend. Then next week we're going up most likely on Monday or whenever that meeting is. I believe he is right. I think we're going to hit it whenever they have that meeting. The Zebec team is well aware of one announcement confirmed. Ripple, Stellar, JP, and Bank of America partnership sends Zebec over 1 billion market cap. We haven't had a post in 2 days. It has been a month or two since they hadn't posted for 2 days in a row. And they are preparing for something big for us following the private event in Cairns. Knowing the physical card is being released initially to the highest verticals in Web3, tells me there's something special about it. It wouldn't just be the first physical debit card. So why is it initially? And why limit it initially? It's a good question. Never thought about that. Why would they limit it? unless they don't want people using it, unless there's some kind of reward system they're setting up. I don't know. It is my theory that this first debit card with cash deposit true. Is my theory they are partnering with Uphold on the debit card true? I don't know, actually. In the last hour, we pumped 10%. I increased 50% in volume, and someone thought it seemed to be a good time to sell. Lousy conviction. How about me? One announcement shattered the FUD and send Zebec over $1 billion. I can barely even see that. Tomorrow gonna be nuts. I was thinking that too. So this is the bubbles for some. Okay, here we go. Bonk's up 11. Mudan is up 10. What happened with White? White is down 54%. Zebec is down 6.3. Hence down 1.6. XCN is down 2.4. Tau is down 0.3. Penguin's down up 5.8. Here's up 1.4. Caspa is down 0.2. Sui's up 3.5. Partcoin is up 5.5. AIZBT's up 3.5. Bonk's up 11. Metals up 13.2. Spectra's up 1.9. XPR's up 3.4. ALI's up 2.1. Swarmers up 0.5. Brett is down 1.2. So pretty much an overall scattered market. XLM's up 2.1. Toshi's up 0.7. Bears down 1.9. AI Tech is down 4.3. XPX is up 1.5. Virtual is up 1.6. FET is down up 0.9. AI Tech's down 4.3. A big move is coming for crypto. The charts are showing upside. What up, Marcos? Did you hear about the WhiteRock news? Apparently, the founder was arrested. No, I didn't hear that. That is weird. That is crazy. What was he arrested for? Might have to check into that. So, as we were saying with uh, Zebec, Solana's working on that ETF for Canada. So if that happens, that would also be positive for Solana, because investors would see that the ETF is there. And with the ETF, they would also see more adoption to Solana as they rush to see what's being built on Solana. They're going to see Zebec, right? And they're probably FOMO in the Zebec if they were to get into that ETF. And also, what is this? Zebec, right? Zebec is in the top 10. Something I read we need to look into. Also be the top 10 for RWA utilities or just utilities, period. Let me see if we can find that. Since we are looking. I'll see if there's any news about this guy. Who is this? You said white CEO. So kind of summary, what does Zebec do? Okay, it's definitely not right. This is an article about white CEO, right? Oh, okay. What? AI-based payroll, right? They're the first with the AI-based payroll, real world asset tokenizations, the RWAs, global chain finance, right? They're one of the first to do that. They're also working with cross-border payments and enterprise payment systems. So far, I think they have 200 companies using the payroll for Zebec. So this is holders 74,335. Let me refresh this real quick. And the article 74,336, down 11 in the last 4 hours, down 63 in the last 12, now 87 in the last day, down 53 in the last 3 days, 235 in the last 7 days, and 1,396 in the last 14 days. And we found an article here. Let's see, we have WhiteRock founder, wow, uh, Adlar Islam, arrested on alleged $30 million Zkino scam. Maybe that's casino. I don't know what a Zkino is. WhiteRock founder has been arrested by AUE law enforcement, according to social media update first shared about the famous crypto sleuth Zach XBT. Alvin became a person of interest over his alleged involvement in the Z Casino exit scam. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't even know if this is true. I'm just reading what's posted on crypto Tropolis, Cryptopopolis, no, uh, which shallowed a whopping $30 million, according to the red note shared by Zach HBT on X. Alham has been arrested by the authorities in UAE, who then contacted the Netherlands to inform them of the arrest. He'll be reportedly extradited to the country where he will face criminal charges. The XK Zeno project he was involved in was marketed as a decentralized gambling platform and raised over 30 million in pre-sale funds last year. However, it failed to deliver. The team alleged reported to diverting investors' funds. That's why I don't do pre-sales, man. I tell you guys all the time. Very, very, very cautious on pre-sales because I have not been able to do much with the pre-sale, right? Every time the pre-sale, always the same banana in the tailpipe. Something happens and it doesn't quite pan out for some weird reason. I'm trying to see if the article is on here. It's weird. I hate that. If somebody posts an article, that's not okay. There it is. So we live. Where was the article here? I think the risk of rug with WhiteRock remains high due to their history and other projects. These Kino, Skins, and Zigzag. I hope Mexi and Gato consider delisting WhiteRock and also conduct enhanced due diligence on the team. As ZK Sino team awaits trial, hopefully. What? Update. Founder was arrested in UAE, law enforcement involvement in the $30 million Zkino exit scam. He'll be extradited. Yikes. This is just another black eye for crypto. Guys, come on with the scams. Authorities in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, have informed Netherlands they have arrested suspect in the context of ongoing criminal investigation. It concerns a 21-year-old Norwegian man. The man was wanted internationally for involvement in large-scale fraud surrounding the alleged gambling platform Zkino. The criminal investigation, which has been conducted by FIOD under supervision of the Public Prosecuting Service, focuses on extensive fraud surrounding gambling platform Zkino. Investors were repeatedly told that they would get their investment back within 30 days. However, that did not happen. On April 24th, I saw it was a year ago. The first a suspect residing in the Netherlands was arrested in this investigation. Messages between the suspects have shown that it was never the intention to return the invested funds, and the technical design of a smart contract also suggests this. We call such as modus operate a rug pull, the form of investor fraud with cryptocurrencies. On March 6, 2025, Interpol red notice was created for 21-year-old co-suspect. This guy's only 21? Must be nice. Must be nice. Actually not. I didn't want to get arrested at 21 for international crimes. Thanks, but no thanks. So where were we? We're on the bubbles. Actually, we just finished this. Currently, Zebec is up 0.2%, down 6.1 on the day to 003122, down 13% on the week, 30% in the last 30 days, 221.4 in the last 90 days, up, and 165.1 up as well. Sounds nuts. I feel comfortable to invest more in the Zebec because it has a great project. I am a long-term holder, best belief. And also, for the month of May, Zebec reached a $40 million profits, right, for payrolls. Zebec is not just a project or a meme coin or a single utility. It is a powerhouse of a single project, right? And the Zebec cards are going to let people seeing crypto to different business and merchants is almost like cash. So, not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes, but continue to DCA in. And as my main man Fasad says, long term hold this, guys. This play could turn into a Bitcoin like push, but it took Bitcoin like 10 years. So it's going to be a slow process. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to get flooded out, but just continue to diamond hand and ride this out. I sold all my WhiteRock 3 weeks ago and put it into Zebec. Sounds like I dodged a landmine here. Kato, I think you did. KO, definitely. Definitely, bro. You might be one of the luckiest people out here. I might have to see what else you are investing in and look at your list of cryptos outside of Zebec and see what you got and what you're working with. and see what else is going on. So this is on to Coin Market Cap. And Coin Market Cap says the same thing, down 6.41. Market cap down 6.1 to 263.7 million. 24-hour trading volume is 21.5 million, up 46%. So the AI is saying Zebec network price dropped 6.74 in the last 24 hours due to profit taking, technical and fraud, fading momentum from recent catalysts, profit taking after 228% day rally, technical breakdown below key Fibonacci support, reduced speculation around Ripple's partnership rumors. Technical concept, ZBCN broke below the 0.618 fib support at the 0.0377, identified a recent analyst CMC triggered stop loss orders. Key metrics, RSI 7-day is 33.6, approaching oversold. That's crazy low. MACD negative histogram at 40896 signals bearish momentum. Price now sits at the swing low at the 0031 from June's crash. The 24-hour volume spiked at 46.6 to 20.7 million, confirms distribution with sellers overwhelming buying at critical technical levels. Bitcoin dominance rose to 64.4, up 0.2% in the 24 hours, pulling capital from mid-caps alts like Zebec. Alt season index remains in Bitcoin season, score 23 out of 100, favoring large caps. Negative funding rates persist in ZBCN features since May 20th, CMC, indicating bearish leverage position. In conclusion, Zebec drops reflects a cooling off phase after its parabolic May rally, amplified by Bitcoin's market dominance and undermet partnership hype. Traders are watching at the 0031, 0032 level for potential accumulation signs. Zebec could Zebec's pending regulatory approval under IMC ignite a bullish momentum if technical support holds? Interesting. Maybe, I don't know what you guys think. You think it is waiting for the regulation, which probably not going to happen this weekend or this week, maybe not even this month. But I do think there is something brewing to start the pump. ZBCN's implementation of downtrend scenarios after the breakout support level 0040, testing the 003. Initial post, second post, keeping it moving. Dip bullish on Zebec. To all my Zebec sellers, thank you for the extra spicy Zebec dip. This is the best I've ever had. Best believe it. Japan didn't just embrace XRP, they made it a financial cornerstone. With 80% of the banks on board, SBI, full backing, and major institutions aligned from the start, Ripple is definitely embedding into Japan's financial infrastructure. Still think the West can't catch up. That's a risky bet. What does not to do with Zebec though? This is mainly XRP stuff. Is this even on the Zebec? Why is this? You guys are crybabies. When it doesn't pump 200%, you cry. When we do 300% and lose 50%, you still cry. Just DCA in and let intelligent people do and shut up. It's super early in the project, and we got crazy partnerships and good dev. You want to cry again, go cry somewhere else. Thanks. That's weird. A few will be rewarded. Zebec, for all the newbies like me with no idea what you're doing investing in Zebec or any other coin, and really don't know what you should be shooting for, I have made visuals for you. You can understand this and focus and fully understand how little Futster words matters. Ric Flair. Bitcoin having all season, full alt season, March to May 2026. Fake out to the downside, shorts, trap, liquidity swept. Now for the big move, full 4 hour candle holding. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Bottom not yet, almost. Stop complaining you shouldn't have sold when you made 50%. Greed will make you broke. 100%. If you got in at a higher end of this coin and watching it go down, your money is slipping that part of crypto. I had many experiences like that, and I don't sit on the app and complain all day, every day about the coin. If you can't handle losing money, don't gamble. Gamble, actually. Be like me, going to the casino, losing money, then coming back every day to yell at the casino and tell people about my loss. DCA all day, zesty Zebec. Zebec. What is the zesty Zebec? That's kind of weird. Zesty. Oh, okay. The zip. Bro, check the white chart. You aren't hiding, Julian. You weren't kidding, Julian. Yeah, no, it's been coming down like crazy. Been coming down all day. Down 24% in the last hours. Holy casmoly. Let me see. I think we're on CoinMarketCap. ZBIC will be to the moon in this 4th of July weekend. Enjoy the ride and have a good time with life. Firecrackers will bright the whole beautiful sky. Good luck, guys. Homa ZBIC warriors, stay strong and hold for the moon. Trolls are attacking because they know ZBIC is going to shine. Your conviction is what's driving their frustrations. Keep believing in ZBIC. It's the future. Danny, ZBIC's about to pump double bottom. Let's go. Just my opinion, I would expect we will pierce the lower portion of liquidity. We won't stay there, and we're going to bounce parabolically to the upside. I've been buying on Uphold and spending in my hot wallet. Is there a way to buy and avoid Uphold spread? Touch the 002 and Uphold at 1:24 and 1:25 p.m. PTC. It's going downward, so I can rebuy back. Yep, it's coming down for us to pick it up. But I wanted to push this quick video. Let me see, we're running out of time. So which one is the realistic price for July? Or pay attention, Z holders. What is this? I'm tripping. Guess we can run the realistic price.
Welcome
First.
back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to give you my realistic price target for Zebec this July, and this is the perfect time to post this video as we are expecting an epic month ahead for the entire cryptocurrency market. Now, you probably noticed Zebec's price action has been very slow, and this is despite Bitcoin breaking out, going above 109,000, briefly hitting 110,000, and of course, altcoins starting to pick up. Now, this is the moment in time where people start to lose interest, and they say to themselves, okay, all these other altcoins are breaking out. Zebec is still at the range where we've been giving out a lot of free buy signals. And once again, if you missed out on these free buy signals, subscribe. Perfect. Let's continue with the video. Now, of course, this is where people get frustrated. They start to move out of projects. And as soon as they move out of Zebec into other projects, Zebec goes up and goes completely parabolic. So this video should help you navigate the month ahead a bit better. Now, why aren't we seeing that immediate break off, that immediate lift off for Zebec?
Are you tracking my wallet, Rosa? How you know I bought Blaze? That's weird. I just found it today, actually. I bought a little bit to see. I'm going long. I don't care. And hold a bag. Happy later, brother. Happy 4th of July. All right, Halls. Have a good holiday and stay safe. Peace, Halls, balls. Did you buy Blaze? Actually did. I bought some Blaze on Solana, actually. And I'm about to swap some more with this uh oh wowzers. Let's get back to the video. Sorry about that.
Now, it's important to understand that whether whether we like it or not, Zebec has already had a fantastic start to the year. Since its bottom in July, it peaked almost or over 900%, and it's still up over 354% since that bottom in April, right? So there's still a lot of gains in this project. And that's probably the reason why we haven't seen the breakout immediately, right? Because there's probably still a tiny bit of profit taking occurring, right? Especially as price starts to stagnate, right? So the last of the sellers will exit this market, and then all of a sudden price will rocket. So what I'm actually expecting from Zebec short term is a very aggressive short term upside move, right? And that will make up for not seeing that immediate breakout in alignment with Bitcoin. But of course, let's get to the point. How high could we see Zebec go in July, right? And we're going to take all the data into account. Now, are we going to see a 900% move similar to what we saw in April? Probably not. Now, I will say this. The market cap is still very small at 271 million. So Zebec actually has a long way to go, which means even if Zebec did 10x or 9x this month, that would only bring Zebec to a $2.7 billion market cap. But as I stated before, I don't think we're actually going to hit that this month. And I'm going to give you my conservative price target, right? Very conservative, just so for those of you that aren't yet a part of my free Telegram group, and if you're not, I don't know why, the link is in my description, right? But if you're not a part of that free Telegram group and you're just looking for a baseline target, I personally would look for this short-term move of about 300%. That will be my very conservative price prediction for Zebec this July, if, of course, the overall market does continue to go up and does continue to break out. I think a conservative price target for Zebec would be around 0.012942, and that's a 300% move from where we currently are now. And again, that's in alignment with pumps that we usually see on products that have already performed well. That's only a 77 percentage point move once Zebec breaks above its yearly highs, right? Its May highs, right? So that's a very conservative price estimate. So anybody that was maybe looking to exit, Zebec right now, I would keep in mind that we could be looking at a potential 3x on this project minimum. And again, that's just my conservative estimate. Now, my more bullish outlook is going to be between a 5x, which is at 0.0193049, and a 7x, right? Which is at 0.0260827. Those are my bullish outlooks. Now, I do have an even more bullish target. If you want access to that, join my Crypto Crew Premium channel or join my free Telegram group using the link in my description. You'll get access to other projects that I give out in that group completely for free. I gave out a project actually in the group, an AI project, AI meme coin project that's already in profit. You can get access to that by joining the link in my description, completely free. Just make sure you have the Telegram app downloaded, otherwise the link will not work. And also you get access to a video where I show you how to make 100,000 in 1 month and 16 days. Again, completely free of charge. Just click the link in my description. But for baseline targets, I would say a 3x. If we're looking for the conservative bullish estimate, we're looking at a 5 to 7x. And I think that would be the targets that I would be keeping an eye on in the month of July, provided, of course, we do see the overall market break out. Now, this is what I would say to all of you watching this right now. If you're currently in Zebec, you have to decide if this is a long-term play for you or a short-term play. If it's a long-term, then there's ultimately nothing to worry about, right? Because if you're like me and you're planning to be in this project for the next 2 to 5 years, then ultimately the price right now doesn't really matter. Although there's, of course, an opportunity to make extraordinary amounts of extraordinary short-term gains, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Whereas if you're somebody that's in this for the short term and you just want to make a quick flip, well, there is an opportunity to do so. Like I said, my conservative is a 3x, but I would look to diversify amongst other projects in the market as well, right? So if you're short term, it's still a great month ahead for Zebec, even if you look at our conservative estimate. But of course, there's going to be other products that are going to achieve 10, 20, 30, 50 X's, this month. And again, we believe we bought some of them. If you want access to that, join Crypto Premium right now, link in my description, right? But if you're looking for a longer term play, a product you can accumulate on, build a position on, right, then of course, Zebec is at an incredible level, because even if we do see a breakout from here, an aggressive breakout from here, even when price pulls back, let's say price sells off from this 3x target. Well, even if price sells off by, let's just say 70%, well, the good news is, or 75%, that brings you back to break even, which is very unlikely to happen overnight, right? So ultimately, this is a last chance to buy opportunity on Zebec right now at this area at 0.003222236. This is an incredible price area. And once again, you need to decide if you're in this for the short term or the long term. But ultimately, no matter which way you look at it, this is a great entry. So that's my realistic price targets for July. Some people are going to tell you we're going to hit $1.
So shout out to ZVLU. And I guess we'll run this. Let's see what this guy has to say real quick and shut it down.
What's up, ladies and gents? You know what time of day it is. It's Zebec time. And in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Zebec. We're going to be discussing what we are seeing here on the charts. And I'll be giving you guys my price prediction for Zebec over the coming days and weeks, as well as my targets for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to this channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. So, of course, we're going to be diving straight into this video. We're going to start off with Zebec on the shorter term. We are on the 1 hour chart right now. And of course, despite the fact that Zebec has been following a downtrend now for a little while, I remain extremely bullish here for Zebec in the shorter term. Now, to explain why I'm bullish here for Zebec, I just need to zoom out on the chart and essentially have a look at the price activity that we've seen here on Zebec. We've seen the prices basically heading downwards since the start of June. So although the trend has been bearish, I do think it would be a mistake to turn bearish at this point. And I understand that if you've been holding throughout this period, it's not been the most pleasant of times, but soon enough, I do believe that holders at this point will be rewarded. And the reason that I'm so bullish here on Zebec in the shorter term, as well as obviously the longer term, is that in the shorter term, Zebec has been following a textbook bullish pattern. We see this resistance that goes across on the price here like this. We've seen a support that, in my opinion, is best represented by this line down here. And as you guys can see, the prices used the support to bounce off multiple different times. So we've got a strong support down here. And of course, this upper line has been a strong resistance where the prices come up to it on 3 separate occasions and has been rejected on each occasion. So a strong resistance, a strong support line. Both of them are heading in this downwards direction, and they're also converging into each other, which means that if we extend them out far enough, they would eventually meet. And so essentially, when we see...
Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know there was a rug pull on Blaze on Ethereum. But, you know, with the Solana tokens, you got to be careful with the rug pull. So I was kind of expecting it. I didn't put a lot in it. But we'll see if something does happen, cool. If not, hopefully we're not going to lose too much. But I didn't put too much in it. So I was just kind of gambling on the side to buy some more Zebec. But let's finish this video out real quick.
2 lines heading downwards, converging into each other. That means that this is a falling wedge pattern, and this is a bullish chart pattern whenever you see one. We would expect there to be a bullish outcome once the prices break past this upper resistance line. So at the moment that we see prices breaking past 0.0036 here on Zebec, that's the moment we see a bullish outcome here on the Zebec chart. Now, this falling wedge also gives us a price target that we would expect to see upon a breakout of a falling wedge. And that price target is the distance between the first test of support down here to the first test of support, first test of resistance up here. We drag this measuring tool to wherever we see that breakout. And of course, guys, if we break out within the next few days, we could be looking at a price target here on Zebec of 0.0062. So that is a 76% upside upon breaking out from this structure. And the nice thing is as well, is that if prices are able to get to this price target from this falling wedge, as you can see, there's not much holding it back from reaching its previous all-time high and then even higher. So if we get up to that price target, you can see that that is basically right by where the all-time highs are. So I do personally think that we're not only going to hit the price target up here, but I think we're going to go all the way at least to the previous all-time high. And if there's enough momentum here on Zebec, if the markets are extremely bullish at this point, then I don't see a reason why in the shorter term Zebec couldn't be heading towards this 1 cent region, 0.01 as a result of breaking out from this falling wedge. And of course, our trusty indicator, the MACD, also supports this theory as well, because if we have a look at what the MACD is saying here for Zebec, you can see that while the prices have been heading down for the past few days and weeks, we can see that the MACD has been heading generally upwards. So if we take this time frame, for example, on the MACD, you can see that this support on the MACD is clearly heading upwards, whereas the support for the same time frame on Zebec is actually heading downwards. And so essentially, when we see this, this is a bullish divergence. It tells us that even though the prices are generally declining, the MACD, the momentum is essentially getting more bullish. And what this tells us is that we could see a trend reversal in the near future. So the MACD is basically giving us a hint that we could be going from a bearish to a bullish trend at some point in the future. Now, on the 4-hour, we've got the same signal once again. Once that loads, you can see that that same trend line on the MACD is pointing upwards on the 4-hour chart. And of course, the price has been heading downwards. The final boss really for Zebec is this 1-day MACD. And you can see why. Essentially, those red bars that we see on the MACD tell us that the momentum on Zebec is still generally bearish. However, the red bars are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And eventually we would expect there to be a crossover of the two MACD lines. So something like what we saw over here, for example, we get a crossover. And when those red bars turn green, that means that on the longer term, we've seen momentum here on Zebec turn from longer term bearish to longer term bullish. And that is an extremely strong buy signal. So when that happens, like what we saw back in May there, where we saw a crossover of the two lines, the bars turn from red to green. We saw this massive run up on the Zebec price. So it's a big buy signal when we see a 1-day MACD crossover. We are not there yet, but I do think we are closing in on that moment. It could be a few more days before we see that. But when we do see that, guys, that should be a big buy signal for us here on Zebec. And we could potentially see a run like what we did back in May.
So the run is coming sooner than we thought. 1 cent in July seems like a lock. Well, WhiteRock, will WhiteRock bounce back? I don't know. If this guy's going to jail, it doesn't look good. I'm just throwing that out there. But guess we'll play this video out and see what he has to say before we shut it
Of course,
down
what is
for the
happening
day.
here with Zebec right now in the shorter term lines up perfectly with what the rest of the market is doing as well, because we're not just looking at this structure here on Zebec. There are plenty of other cryptos that are following a very similar playbook. Bitcoin, for example, if you have a look, has in fact already made the first move. It is just a few $100s away from its previous all-time high, and it is broken out from its bull flag pattern. So essentially, if we see this bull flag hit here on Bitcoin, that tells us that Bitcoin is going to be going to at least $148,000. Now, of course, if that happens, that's going to be pulling up the rest of the market with it, especially smaller cap cryptos like Zebec. And let me show you guys another example. Let's try and find that coin, XRP. Here we go. This is another token that is very well linked to Zebec. Of course, we are in the same category as XRP. That's just the payments category of crypto that I think is going to be doing very well this bull run. XRP, as you can see, has also been in some sort of falling wedge pattern. You can see the two trend lines are very similar to the ones that we are seeing here on Zebec. They're converging into each other. And XRP looks like it's about to break above its upper resistance. Now, the way I'm kind of reading this XRP chart is the same way that I read the XRP chart back over here in 2017. The same consolidation that we are seeing now reminds me of this period of crypto here. So in my opinion, we're going to see XRP rip as well from its structure. Other payment cryptos like XLM showing us something very similar. Look at this consolidation here on XLM. Again, in my opinion, only a matter of time before we exit that consolidation to the upside. And of course, we're seeing the same story here on HBAR as well, another payment crypto that we've covered on this channel. Looks like we're ready to break out from this longer term consolidation that we've been seeing. So we've got a whole bunch of cryptos with very similar consolidation structures, just ready to break out to the upside from them. And of course, if the whole market is moving that way, that's going to be very bullish for us here on Zebec. Now, of course, if Bitcoin makes new all-time highs within the next few days, then I think Zebec could also be breaking out of its falling wedge in a very short time frame. At the end of the day, the goal from these videos is to basically get you guys prepared. So, of course, if you're more interested in the shorter term here on Zebec, then the main thing, like I say, you've got to watch for is this upper trend line. Once we start to break above, like I say, we could be seeing those price targets hit very, very quickly. Of course, the other thing that we need to look for is that 1-day MACD. That's essentially what is holding us back here on Zebec in the shorter term. Now, of course, for the longer term here on Zebec, needless to say, I am a massive bull here for Zebec, not just on what we're seeing here on the chart, but for the project itself. If you haven't yet familiarized yourself with what Zebec are working on, I do recommend you do that. There's a lot of information that you can get from their website. It's just Zebec.io, and honestly, if you go through the website, it should make you pretty bullish with all the sponsorships, partnerships, and all the stuff that they are working on. Of course, just reading the chart for what I think Zebec is capable of in 2025, what I use to predict the price target are these Fibonacci levels. Now, we use these fib levels because, as you can see, Zebec has respected these fib levels as places of support and resistance. So, for example, during this massive accumulation period, we saw Zebec come up to the same fib level on 3 separate occasions. And each time it got rejected at that fib level. Now, as you can see with this pump, we came to the 1.414 fib. So when Zebec goes to make new all-time highs, which I believe it will, then the next natural target for Zebec is this 1.618 fib that lies just short of 0.01. Of course, we already discussed that for the shorter term. So the next true target that I have for Zebec in the slightly longer term is this 0.017 target at the 2 fib there. Now, my main target for 2025 is this natural 2.618 fib, and that sits at 0.046. And of course, another secondary target that I have is this psychological level here for Zebec that sits at 10 cents. So essentially, it's a psychological level because, you know, for example, at 100,000 Bitcoin, we saw a lot of selling pressure. A lot of people put their sell orders at round numbers like 0.1. So if the prices do break up past 0.046, then we could see a lot of resistance at the 0.1 region for Zebec. And that could make a meaningful target for us here in 2025. So 0.046 and 0.1 are my 2 main targets for Zebec. So of course, for the best possible chance to reach these upper price targets here on Zebec, what we want to see are these 2 indexes giving us favorable numbers. Now, those favorable numbers is 80 for this Fear and Greed index and 75 for this altcoin season index. Now, ideally above those numbers, but those are the thresholds for both. And as you can see at the moment, we are pretty far away from an altcoin season. We are only at 23 at the moment. Essentially, when we get to 75 or above, that means that altcoins like Zebec are wildly outperforming Bitcoin as a whole. And of course, a Fear and Greed index of above 80 means that we are seeing euphoria in the markets. We are seeing extreme greed. So if you couple those 2 together, it creates the frenzies that we saw in the last bull run, where small cap cryptos like Zebec do these 2x's, 5x's, 10x's, even 100x's within the shortest spaces of time. Of course, at the end of the day, when we see a true bull market, a lot of the price appreciation is driven by sentiment and emotion. So we really need to see this Fear and Greed index at above 80, while we see an altcoin season index at above 75. And that gives Zebec the best possible chance of doing a massive, massive run to the upside. So of course, that is what I wanted to say for this video here on Zebec. At the end of the day, despite this price action that we are seeing here on the shorter term, where prices are heading down, I remain wildly bullish for what's about to happen here on Zebec because of how the rest of the crypto.
So shout out to the big BC. He's right. We probably are on the verge of a massive move up. But what up, Pip? What's going on? Thanks for joining, and I want everyone to have a happy 4th of July. Be careful with those firecrackers. Make sure you keep your fingers and don't burn your house down. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys. And happy Independence Day. And get some rest. Get out. Don't look at your crypto all weekend. Get out and see. And let me know what you guys are looking at in the comments as well. And continue to diamond hand. Don't let the fudders fudge you out of your generational wealth. But as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Miner out.